Hey everybody, wake up. Wake Up with Mark Joyner, episode number 51. And today we will discuss shiny object seduction and scattered energies. Okay, now you may think this is an obvious topic in some respects, and in some respects it is, but I think this rabbit hole goes way, way deeper than most of us are aware. Let's talk about the obvious stuff, okay? Shiny object syndrome, right? We see the shiny object, we're distracted, we're on a particular path, and we get distracted and we move off in another direction. You know, perhaps it's the path toward the work that we need to do to achieve financial freedom, the work that we need to put into our bodies to be fit and strong. Okay, it's the artistic endeavor that's been burning a hole inside of us our entire lives, but has remained quelled. We get pulled off that path, boom, our energies are moved away, we're taken off that path. Metaphorically, you see what's happening here? Let's talk about some pretty profound ways that this happens, some extremely seductive ways that look innocent in the beginning but are quite catastrophic in the long term. Imagine you are on the path towards changing your diet and exercise regimen. You want to be fitter, you want to be healthier, and you know that eating a particular way is bringing you down that path in a very, very positive way. But then when your friend says, hey man, come on, it's just one cheeseburger, it's just one cheat meal. Come on, man, you can't handle one cheat meal? What, are you that weak? Man, they're so seductive with the language, right? We all have this capacity inside of us, this seductive, persuasive capacity. We are all very, very good at it, and we are all persuading each other all the time, for better or for ill. Even our best friends are doing this unknowingly. They are not conscious of the fact that they could be doing something quite destructive for you. Why? Because we all know that that one cheat meal can turn into a cheat day, which can turn into two cheat days, because you'll say to yourself, well, they say a cheat day is okay. You know, it might even be beneficial. It might reset the metabolism. You know, you might trick your metabolism into wanting to burn more calories so that when you get off that cheat day, the next day, your energies, your body's actually burning more calories. So cheat days are good. Maybe two cheat days isn't so bad. Maybe two in a row isn't so bad. And then that third day, you're thinking, man, I've been enjoying that so much. You know, I earned this. I've been working so hard on my body. I'll just do a third cheat day. And then before you know it, you're completely derailed. You're completely off onto the wrong path. And you erase all of that wonderful progress that you built up. You know, anybody who's been in an Alcoholics Anonymous program will know that that one drink is not just one drink. You know, these guys will have one drink and it will bring out that demon, and boom, they're on a bender, and then they're completely off the wagon. You know, I'm not a fan of this notion of identifying with your illness. You know, like, these campaigns that say my Crohn's and things like that. I think that's terrible psychologically. You know, I would rather see you thinking my health, my fitness. I think you're sending a signal to your body that, will heal you. That's what I believe. I think that there's a strong amount of evidence to support that. You validate that or invalidate that on your own, whether or not you believe it, right? But in the case of these AA guys, them identifying themselves as an alcoholic for their entire lives may not be such a bad idea, because they know that that is a weakness. They cannot give in to that weakness even once. Otherwise, it's going to permanently derail them. Now, let's talk about a subtler way that this affects us that most people are probably not aware. Now, we've been talking about this in Simpleology for a long time, about the power of focus. In fact, in Simpleology 101, old school Simpleology from 15 years ago, and that course is still there for anybody who wants to go check it out. We teach you the second law of Simpleology, the law of focused energy, right? We give you this demonstration where we show you, we say, hey, go get a cereal box or a piece of cardboard and try to poke a hole into it with a spoon. You can't do it, right? But then we say, now go get a knife, try to poke a hole into it with the same amount of force that you use with the spoon, and you'll find it's Very easy. Why? Well, why is something sharp, right? Something is sharp because it's focused energy. It is focused energy. That's really all it is. You know, if you understand the physics of it, right? You know, you're scattering your energy like this. You're focusing your energy like this. This is, you know, one reason why Bruce Lee was, you know, doing this, the one finger push-ups, you know. He thought there are times, you know, if you could do a precise strike on somebody, you're able to focus your energy more. A lot of the Muay Thai guys and the BJJ and, you know, MMA guys might question the validity of those things, but you understand the principle, right? You know, this is a law of physics. This is why something is sharp. It's merely a matter of focusing energy. That's it. It is as simple as that. In the military, we have these things called sabot rounds. You know, they are sharp tips of very, very hard steel that are meant to penetrate armor. You know, if it didn't have that sharp tip, it would not be able to penetrate the armor. Why? Because it has focused the energy. It's the exact same amount of force moving into an object, but because the energy is focused, it is able to penetrate. Okay, we have to focus our energy so we can penetrate through hard problems. And you'll find that a lot of these things that are really meaningful in our lives, maybe all of them, the majority of them, I would say at the very least, require penetration. They require the focus that will bring that penetration about. But here's the thing. It's not like a sabot round for us. Sometimes it's time where the focus accumulates. There's a cumulative power of focused energy when we focus on something for a long time. Now, you may watch you know, my friend and you know, former mentee who now is teaching me things, Russell Brunson. He can build funnels like this, right? Why? He's been focusing his energy on that and practicing it. You didn't see the years and years and years that I saw. You know, back when I met him, he was this young kid just trying to get money for college and support his family, right? Now that guy spent years upon years upon years practicing and honing his craft. I have never seen anybody more focused on learning how to market than that dude. That's why he's at a point now where he can sit down and build funnels, effective funnels on the fly, and he does this live in front of his audience. It's amazing, it's miraculous. That did not happen overnight. That happened through focused energy. Now, I don't think a guy like Russell scatters his energies. I don't think he's off there spending his nights binge watching stuff on TV, right? You know, he is a guy who has got his priorities straight. You know, I think he spends his time with his business, with his family, and with his church. That's it. And also with working out. Now, your family life and your spiritual life and your workout life, now those are things I would say are probably essential. You know, you might ask yourself, well, Mark, I mean, you're a guy who, you know, runs this business. How do you have all this energy? How do you have all this time to take care of your body? Well, first off, I use Simpleology, which frees up a lot of my time. It makes me more efficient in everything I do. Okay, but also I know that taking care of my body is foundational. If I don't take care of my body, I'm not going to have as much energy. I think there are certain distractions that are essential. If you don't take care of those things, you're going to pay the price. You know, this is why we have a lot of, you know, extremely intellectual, brilliant minds who are also terribly out of shape, and they pay the price. You know, there's a man to whom I was introduced quite recently. You know, I will actually be, you know, doing some work in his stead, who is a brilliant, brilliant mind, but does not take care of his body, and now he's paying the price. He had a heart attack recently. Because of that, I have to go in, and I'm the guy who's going to be speaking, you know, instead of this man, you know, for the group of people who, or I'm not going to mention who this man was or is, great, great man, wonderful, wonderful guy, but he did not take care of his body. So we do have to have some trade-offs in here, but, you know, this is all up to you. What matters is what you want, right? If you don't want to be fit and strong, you can neglect those things. If you don't want to be financially fit, you can choose not to focus your energy on the stuff that you know you need to do to get good at your craft, and you can start binge watching stuff. You can start stuffing food down your face. You can start goofing off. The choice is yours.